Hello, welcome back. We are into program 3 now. By now you should know how to do it. In the same folder I've created program3.py, and here we are in VS Code. What we are going to learn about now is we have learned about, let's review, we've learned about printing, comments, and now we are going to learn about math. Okay, so I'm going to put comments here so that we can talk about things while the program ignores it. These are the mathematical symbols that we have here. We basically have 5 that I would like to talk about for starters. And those 4 basically do exactly what you would think that they would do. And then there's one more which, if you've studied math, you may have heard of. If not, we'll learn it now. So this here is addition, of course, and subtraction. And this here is multiplication, and this here is division, and this here is called the modulus or modulo operator. Okay, so for addition, let's just do print 2 plus 4, and what do we expect this is going to print? This is going to print 6, as we expect, right? And let's say print 6 minus 3, and what do we expect this to print? It's going to print 3. Multiplication, print 3 times 3. What is this going to print? Of course, 9. And let's say print 16 over 4. And we are going to expect this to be 16. We'll talk about modulus in a second because it is perhaps something that you have not seen before. So we got 6, 3, 9, and then we got something a little bit strange here. So why is this 4.0 and not 4? This would be because there are different data types in Python. So this does do division, but it doesn't do integer division. It does what's called float point division. So if we want to do integer division, then what we can do is put 2, okay? And this will do integer division. So let's correct what we've done here. This is going to give us 16.0, but if we put 2 slashes, then we will get 16. Or I mean rather 4. Why did I write 16.0? 16 over 4, what does that equal? 4. And here 4. Okay. And then the modulus operator, what it does is, so let's say that all of these are pretty straightforward, okay? They're just going to do integer things. But with this division, we could not necessarily have 16, but let's say that we had something like 15 over 4. Or we had something like 15 over double over 4. Now this is going to be an integer, so let's say here we know that it's going to be like 3 point something, something kind of big. So like maybe what it is would be like 3.75 or something. And then here, like, what is it going to be exactly? So it's going to be 3, but then it's an integer. So does it round? What does it do? What it actually does is it does not round. It just kind of chops off the end. So this will just give you 3. So let's run it again. So there we go. We got our 3.75 exactly as we thought, and then it just chops off the end. So this 7.5 just deleted, gone. And it'll just give you 3. So this is kind of interesting, right? Because here, there's no way that you can get like a partial number unless you put 1 in, but here you can. So here it's going to chop it, and here you will retain your decimal number. What the modulus is going to do is it's going to give you the remainder. So not this exactly. So let's just see how it works. So if we have 15 modulo 4, right, then here we're going to have, 4 goes into 12, and then with 3 left over. So this is going to give us 3. Or for instance, if we had something like 9 modulo 2, then 2 goes into 8 with 1 left over. So this is going to, sorry about that, is going to give us 1. Or like if we had, I don't know, 10 mod 3 is also 1. Let's do 11 so that we get a different number here. We'll do 11 mod 3 is, it goes into 9 with 2 left over. So let's run it and see, and we got exactly what we expected, 3, 1, 2, with all the previous numbers there. So hopefully this all makes sense. And the last thing that I want to point out in this video, I'll leave it there. The last thing I want to point out in this video is that we definitely do not need to be doing, we can do multiple, let's say we can do as many calculations as we want, right? So we can do like print, 15 times 10 over 3 plus 5 minus 32. Okay, and then Python will just figure out exactly what it is. 23.0 is what that comes out to. And of course we are also getting the 0.0 because of the single thing. So if we want just regular 23, but that's not what we wanted there, then that would do it if we save the file. There we go. Yeah, so we can do as many things as we want, and this will follow the order of operations. So let's say that we have something like this, like if we want to say like print, 3 times 3 plus 3 times 3, then this will give us 18 because it follows kind of the standard order of operations. It will do, multiplication before addition, multiplication and division before addition and subtraction, that kind of thing. So once again, I recommend you play around with this, for a while, do a few different equations, and learn as much as you can before you move on.